the first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond
Good morning. I'm Reverend Marty Newman. I'm the minister at Unity Spiritual Center, and we light a candle every time we come together as a spiritual community and call a circle, recognizing that we are one with one another and one in spirit, and all of us have within us that spirit light which shines so brightly. Unity is a positive, practical path for spiritual living, and wherever you are on that spiritual path, please know that you are welcome here. We welcome you and trust that something today will uplift you during this season, put you closer in touch with the truth of your being and the heart of who you are. If you're with us on Facebook, please like us. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, and then you will be notified whenever something new is posted on our site. And share all of those with your friends, will you? So that they can get a blessing as well as you. We're so glad about the chaplains who are holding sacred space for us today. We welcome them and simply invite all of us right now into a time of sacred prayer and awareness of our oneness with all that is and with one another. And so as we take a deep breath and relax into this moment, we think about that sweet song, Away in a Manger, this story in our Judeo-Christian history of humanity being born, divinity being born into humanity, in humanity, the realization that that has always been the truth of our being. And that is what we celebrate this Christmas in this little story of Jesus. We celebrate that divinity is born in us. It is inherited. We are one with all that is divine. We are so grateful for that reminder every year in the colors of red that is life, in the green that is eternality, in the celebrations and the songs and the times to be with family and friends. And our hearts may be in mourning because of the absence of that this time. But we hold in our mind's eye and in the energy of our heart and our being and our love those whom we love, even if we can't be with them. So we bless this time together now with great gratitude. Amen. Will you affirm with me, please, the vision for Unity Worldwide Ministries as it is held in ministries around the United States?
A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. The mission for Unity Port Richey, through prayer, service, education, and outreach, we support transformation and heart-centered living. Our core values: spirit-led, learning, loving, joy-filled, community. And our prayerful intention for our community for this year, led by the divinity in and through each one of us, Unity Spiritual Center Port Richey moves forward into accepting our highest and best. We are richly blessed with generous gifts of prayers, time, talent, and finances that flow through us with ease and grace.
Hi, I'll be doing the Advent reading for Sunday, December 20th, 2020. At my church, the high point of our early Christmas Eve service, designed especially for families and children, involved peering into a manger. This being Unity, instead of seeing a doll or an infant, all who look inside witness their own reflection of a mirror resting atop a pile of hay. The obvious point: Christ is born in you. No matter what age, the kids always seem to understand. For instance, the youngest recognized the face staring back in their own. Starting around age 6, they realize their face is the face of God. And the oldest understand God is in everyone. That's the follow-up lesson for adults. We grow and give birth to the Christ throughout our whole lives. If we stay awake, the meaning of Christmas continues to evolve in us. Our understandings of ourselves, our relationship with God, and the capacity to express the joy of the Lord, to give birth to the Christ, become more powerful and more fulfilling every day. Of course, we don't present it to kids in those terms. Instead, we ask them to think about what Christmas used to mean to them and what it means now. Maybe it used to be about Santa Claus and getting presents, but now it's about receiving and giving. Maybe it used to be about cookies and candy, but now it's about gratitude and celebrations. I encourage you to take stock of your own evolving Christ consciousness. How is the experience of Christmas different from years past? Perhaps it's a new character in the Christmas pageant of your life. Perhaps the budget's tight and costumes and scenery aren't exactly what you desire. Perhaps someone you love has transitioned to another realm or been cast in a different role. Are you exploring new ways to express your appreciation and acknowledge the blessing unfolding in your life? Are you discovering wonder and joy? Are you following and allowing peace to love to be born anew within you? Remember, like children peering into the mirrored manger, whatever insight you gain are but a snapshot of your ever-expanding realization of your infinite, innate divinity. Bless them and know that tidings of great joy await. And from Psalm 16:11, you show me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy, and in your right hand are pleasures forevermore.
celebration is so powerful within me. I trust that you felt that in the very core of your being. And I hope you can remember back to just a few minutes ago, to the Advent reading for today, celebrating joy. I loved that story about a mirror in the manger. I wish I had heard of that before, because I've always been a bit skittish about manger scenes, creches, but this is perfect. I just want to ask you, can you really see yourself in that mirror? Can you really grasp that Jesus is simply your elder brother? That you two are fully human, but also fully divine? I hope that the joy of knowing that this is always your birthday too will become clear to you, or more clear to you, as I read a poem, and hope that you understand that divinity in your humanity a little bit better. It's titled On the Night You Were Born by Nancy Tillman. And she quotes the Psalm 139, for you are fearfully and wonderfully made. On the night you were born, the moon smiled with such wonder that the stars peeked in to see you, and the night wind whispered, life will never be the same, because there never has been anyone like you ever in the world. So enchanted with you were the wind and the rain that they whispered the sound of your wonderful name. The sound of your name is a magical one. So just say it out loud before we go on. My name is Marty. Say your name. It sailed through the farmland high on the breeze. You are the one, the only ever you. Who in the world is exactly like you? Who? Over the ocean and through the trees, until everyone heard it and everyone knew the one and only ever you. Not once had there been such eyes, such a nose, such silly, wiggly, wonderful toes. In fact, I think I'll count to 3, so will you wiggle your toes for me? When the polar bears heard, they danced until dawn. From faraway places, the geese flew home. The moon stayed up until morning next day, and none of the ladybugs flew away. So whenever you doubt just how special you are, and you wonder who loves you, how much and how far, listen for geese high in the sky. They're singing a song to remember you by. Or notice the bears asleep at the zoo. It's because they stayed up all night dancing for you. Or drift off to sleep with the sound of the wind. Listen closely. It's whispering your name again. If the moon stays up until morning one day, or a ladybug lands and decides to stay, or a little bird sits on your window a while, it's because they're all hoping to see you smile. For never before in story or rhyme, not even once upon a time, has the world ever known you, my friend, and it never will, not ever again. Heaven blew every trumpet and played every horn on the wonderful trumpet, on the wonderful, marvelous night you were born. I hope this Christmas, when we celebrate Jesus's birthday, that you remember that it is your birthday too. I hope when your next birthday rolls around, you will be able to understand that it is your personal Christmas. And if you have a manger scene in your home, I invite you to find a mirror that will fit in there so that when you or anyone else, and especially the little children in your household, look in it, they will see there themselves, a divine life expression. We've been studying the 12th power of life this month for December, and it is the energy, light, and power of life that runs in and through us, that is innate in every one of us. So I'm going to affirm that for us today and then ask you to join it with me together. Poised and centered in the divine that I am life. I am animation, vitality, and presence. I am life. Join me with that. Poised and centered in the divine that I am life. I am animation, vitality, and presence. I am life. And with these new understandings, or understanding them in a deeper way, may your life be ever more joyful. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, and trust that you will join us Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. for the Christmas Eve service. We are so grateful for all of you who sustain us and acknowledge your delight in these services, or how these services are nurturing you. Please go on our website at unityportritchie.org and find the donate button there. There are several ways you can give, or our address for sending a check is there as well. And aren't we grateful in this holiday for all of the blessings that we have, and these Christmas blessings. So will you join me as we affirm together the offertory blessing?
In deep gratitude, I give way to the limitless flow of prospering substance. I am blessed with all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and the blessings are multiplied. Thank you, God.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, so grateful, grateful, so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, grateful, so grateful, I'm so grateful, so grateful, grateful, so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that, and we appreciate so much your giving, the way you have supported us as we've been apart these times, and for the blessing that these broadcasts are for you, nurturing your own spiritual growth and development. If you haven't already, once again, please like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube, and share the services, and remember the Thursday night meditations as well. And join us Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. for our Christmas Eve service, and it is a candlelight service. So if you don't have a candle, make sure you have one going into that. I hope you will sing along with this familiar carol after the prayer of protection, and I trust that your holiday season will be a joyous one. So first of all, join me in praying together the prayer for protection.
Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, for as the curse is found, for as the curse is found, for as the curse is found. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.